another con.
Yeah, more cons. Yeah, another con. That one we actually got invited to. That was I really appreciate that. But we got to go to Wizarding Dayz. It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Very small.
Extremely small.
Yeah, I was doing like it was like the Indy 500. I was doing laps. But yeah, it was just in like a really small like community center kind of thing going on.
Yeah,
I'm not even sure how to define it.
Yeah, just kind of like a community center, and it was just a small room. Everything was in one room.
Yeah.
Well, they did have panels like kind of in like these little side rooms, but they were like really small, like maybe dining room size, you know?
Yeah.
But the main panel and the artists and they even had tables for food, you know?
Yeah, artist tables for food, small little stage for entertainment. It was always actually pretty fun though. And it was a good little small cozy one. Like it was a drive. I'm not gonna lie.
Because it was in Logan, so about an hour and a half or so.
Yeah, about an hour and a half drive. It was a little long, but it's still fun. I enjoyed myself. Oh yeah, it's also since Wizarding Dayz is Harry Potter Con.
Yeah, more or less Harry Potter. Yeah, it's pretty much Harry Potter Con because they had a lot of fun. Well, Harry Potter Con and fantasy, but they had some fun panels. Like they had Snape.
The swords.
Oh, the swords.
I like the sword and the weapons. Those were always fun.
That was so cool. Like
they were handing them around, and I feel so bad for because one of the guy's assistants. Yeah, there's the guy who showing off the swords. He was Scottish.
Yeah, I think he was Scottish. Yeah, he was.
Kilts,
yeah, he was
kilts and all that kind of stuff. I feel bad. That I'm bad about Scottish and Irish people. I'm sorry, guys. You kind of sound similar. I don't mean it. One's a leprechaun. One will chop off my head in the Highlander.
But yeah, no, he was Scottish because I remember he talked a lot about like Scottish folklore and about the real William Wallace and all these other the history of the song. You take the high road and I'll take the low road. And it was really cool, very very entertaining, and like how his replica weapons from different centuries and here, hold this, wow, you know.
Oh yeah, though I feel like sometimes his assistant would get really nervous because like some people just don't know how to handle edges and weapons and swords, and like, no, don't grab it by the handle, don't hand it to people by the handle. No. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. What were some other fun panels?
Well, like I was they put Snape on. Well, you know, we found different things interesting. That's why.
Yeah, I only got to the fourth book and the fourth movie on Harry Potter, so
I have not read any of the books, but although Justin gave me a hand me up of his old Harry Potter books, but I have seen all the movies. Except for the Fantastic Beasts ones. I haven't seen those, but the OG Harry Potter I've seen. But they put Snape on trial. Was Snape really a good guy or was he a bad guy? And just some really interesting arguments. I wonder, I mean, because like that word gets kind of thrown around. I feel kind of gets thrown around a lot, but it was an interesting argument. Someone called Snape an incel. And I was just kind of like, I don't know. I can kind of see it, but that's a bit of a stretch.
I think it's a bit of a stretch because I just hear that as used as just a generic boring insult, honestly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So but that was interesting. And then like we kind of made a friend. Like I think that's why I like smaller cons, because I'm not very, even though like I say I'm an extrovert, I'm really not as outgoing as I used to be. So I mean, like how people like, oh, I made friends at bonsai or Fanex. I'm like, how? I just am there and nobody says hi to me. I mean, it's not true, but
No,
but we made an acquaintance because I'm not Facebook friends official with him yet. So
gosh.
so like, but he was really nice. And then when we saw him at FanX, I'm like, hey, you remember me? And he's like, oh yeah, hi. And then we saw each other in the hall at FanX and we waved. So
yeah, and the fun thing is, well, the panels are very interactive. Well, the main stage ones, at least, more so. They're like very interactive and very fun. People ask questions, people get involved, and it's a lot of fun. Really, really, it just, I don't know. I like that too. It's the fun of like kind of getting together and doing that, like just interacting. Like, well, the one we kind of made a friend on acquaintance is like they had like it was called actually because
it was a really fun trivia game.
It was trivia because like it was trivia like using like with normal questions whatever, but it was think of it like wrong answers only. Well, it was the wrong answer, but you had to answer with the right answer, and it'd always throw me off, honestly.
It did. And then I get super competitive. And then super competitive that. And then I'm like, I know this, but I would get it wrong. Or I would be like, raise my hand. And then I was just like hopped up on adrenaline and that. And I'm like, then my mind would just go blank. And it was so fun because like I said, the questions were given as wrong answers. So to answer your question, you had to be like, actually,
like
it's
comic
this.
book guy.
Yeah. Yeah. And so that was a fun trivia game.
I'm trying to think what else they had. They had a cool Hufflepuff panel. I'm Hufflepuff for life.
I'm a wannabe Hufflepuff. I took the Pottermore quiz and I'm a Gryffindor.
I need to take it again.
You probably like, I would feel like you're more like a mix of a Ravenclaw and a Hufflepuff, but that's just me. But
a Huffleclaw.
A Huffleclaw.
Oh, it's not like when the Hufflepuff thing, like people have been like, they would say they would have hybrids. Someone did, like someone who was a panelist, they did have like a hybrid list, or like, I forget what they called it, but yeah. So it's just Huffleclaw. I'm fine with that. I usually do that anyways. I feel like the Myers-Briggs
oh yeah, that personality test.
I'm more of an INFJ, but I'm also kind of an INFTJ a little bit. I kind of mix both, but I like that. Be hybrid. Be land and sea.
Actually, I've never taken it. I'm really curious on taking it and seeing what my answer is on that. But I was more concerned about my Potter house than my Myers-Briggs personality test.
Yeah, that's it. Because like I know there's a lot of quite like things on Twitter. It's like, I don't care your zodiac. Who do you play in Smash? And all that kind of stuff. Like, I don't care about your zodiac or your Myers-Briggs personality test. What's your house and sign and spirit animal or Patronus or I don't know. Harry Potter. So I don't know Harry Potter. I just like to say stuff just for fun.
Actually, and now that I remember about Wizarding Dayz, I think they're going to have another one coming up
cool.
in the winter. So, and down here in Salt Lake. So, definitely, I mean, whether we get invited or not, I'm definitely going because that was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed it.
Ooh, cold cons. Dun, dun, dun.
Well, I could wear my fur and say I'm going as
Hagrid.
Oh, sorry about that. That was a little loud, but man, that was a sick burn. I was gonna say something off of Game of Thrones, but yeah, something off of Game of Thrones. Queen of the North.
That's it. I'm the little brother. I have to come up with good insults. Yeah. Oh yeah, they did have some LARPing. It took them a little while. Well, they had to get people to sign up to LARP. I wish it'd be funny if me and you LARPed. I would just beat you
Oh
up.
my gosh. I don't I would be I would charge after you and then you'd charge back and then I'd be freaking out and running away. That's how that would have went.
Pretty much. Then I'd play like the Zelda boss. I play Zelda music when I'd fight you. But yeah, it was a fun little con. Little tiny, well, really small, really cozy. It was, yeah, I was doing Indy 500 laps, but it still had a fun time. I still enjoyed myself.
Yeah, because I mean, like we ended up being there practically all day. I
Yeah.
mean, we didn't have to be. I mean, like I said, like a lot of it was a smaller con. People don't really usually stay long, but I mean, like I felt like they had a lot of stuff going on that to keep you busy.
All right. Oh yeah, and everyone's really friendly up there. So
Yeah, really enjoyed it.
yes, yeah. Since I'll have to learn the actual dates, but yeah, if it's there, Wizarding Dayz, go for it. It's fun.